What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Our Streamers Cheaters. Today we are looking into a Twitch TV streamer called FL Gaming. This is an absolute joke. This video is about a streamer who has 15 followers. But this is about making a point, making an example of somebody who thinks that it's okay to start streaming whilst using hacks, in my opinion. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at some of his gameplay and I'm going to demonstrate to you guys exactly why I believe he's using wall hacks. Possible aimbot as well, but we're going to concentrate on wall hacks. Let's take a look. So he's just been shooting at somebody within that door. You can tell by his movement now he is no good. He has got a 12 KD, by the way. When he pushes in this building, knowing full well that there was an enemy in there, let me just pause that and pull it back. He was shooting at an enemy who was in that door. Okay, so his initial reaction is to run in. Now that's a push. If you're pushing an enemy who's inside the building, when you go in, first thing you're going to do is check over here in the corners of that building, okay? So you would be checking solid left over here and that corner over there, maybe behind this pillar too, because the enemies ran across that way anyway. However, he doesn't check any corners whatsoever. He runs directly to this door here. And then watch what he does instantly. Bearing in mind, throughout this whole gameplay, there is nobody showing up on this minimap whatsoever. Not once. Okay, so he pushes through this door. And automatically at this point, he mounts this side of the door and starts shooting. I mean, how did he know that guy was there? This is somebody who was literally inside that building, right by the door that he pushed into, and he's automatically ran through that building without doing any checks inside the building and pushed straight to that location to shoot the guy who was inside that aeroplane. Let's carry on watching and see what else happens. This moment's suspicious in my opinion as well. It's like he knows somebody's within that aeroplane. He also pre-fires now. Pre-fire, did you see that? Like, let's go. I'm going to scroll that back a little bit. So after having it out with the guy who he ran straight through the building, ignored the whole room without doing any checks, directly mounted and shot at the guy who was at the other side of the building. He's now carried on, bearing in mind after he's done that. Yeah, bearing in mind at this moment here, he didn't kill or down the player. Okay, he's not killed or down the player who was over here. Okay, and he's managed to just push out to the left. That guy, of course, might be plating up or whatever. But bearing in mind that at this moment, if you were to push out, first instinct would to be push the enemy whose army you've just broke. But he doesn't. He doesn't. He goes for somebody else who's over here. It might be the same person. Bearing in mind, it might be the same person. But in my opinion, if you were in that situation and you've just broke someone's armor on the right, you would push out and go to the right and chase them down that way. So if this is the same person whose armor he's just broke after pushing through that building without doing any checks, mounting and hitting him directly, then it means wall hacks. Yeah? Well, we're already at the point where we think it's wall hacks anyway, am I right? Let me know in the comments below if you think so far this is wall hacks. Anyway, so it gets to this point where he's now checked both sides of this aeroplane and now he's going there. Did you see that then? Watch this little motion here, and did you see that flick? What you've got to remember, guys, is when you are using aimbot or wall hacks, whatever software you are using will change the colour of the box around the player or the skeleton of the player on the wall hack side of things, on the ESP side of things, based on whether or not you are allowed to shoot them. However, aimbot works differently. If a player is within a radius where you can actually shoot them to kill, it will lock onto them. What I noticed in this situation is that his aim locked onto something. Bearing in mind it locked onto what appears to be an aeroplane wall. He starts firing, which I'm sure he could explain as pre-fire, but watch this whole situation now. So what you've noticed in that situation there, or what I've noticed in that situation, is he's creeping around this corner and that little snap there. So he's now shooting through this part of the aeroplane as well as the aeroplane over here. Still, and then at that moment he gets a hit marker. breaks the armor again and turns away. Now that's not everything, because this is all within like a short period of time. 1 minute clip and we've managed to catch him potentially using wall hacks. So we're going to carry on watching this clip now because it's not over, it's not finished. The suspicion is only just getting started. So at this point, you've got to realise there is a truck here. See this truck here? I'm going to circle it for you. Hopefully you can see that. Now, he starts to pre-aim that truck. Keep eyes on the minimap. Absolutely no one on the minimap, yeah? Although his teammates there in this situation. I listened to this firsthand. If you want to go and listen to it firsthand, go and check him out. I think he plays with randoms. These people don't talk to him. He doesn't respond back to them. If he does, he's got a very quiet mic and you cannot hear him. So what we're going to say here is that he's fully aware somebody is about to run out from behind this truck and he pre-aims and it seems to lock onto him. Let's watch. Did you see that? And I will tell you now, from that point there, he's already pre-aiming, okay? He's about to aim down sight here where you cannot see an enemy. There is no enemy there whatsoever in this position now, but he is already in the process of aiming down sight. I'll tell you now, no pro player has this reaction speed. Watch this now. Did you see how quick he's aimed down sight? That guy only just appeared from behind that truck and his aim was already on him. Locked onto him. That's how it looks in my eyes. But this is the best part of the clip, so we're going to scroll it back a little bit here. So after that little situation where he's locked onto the guy as he's running past, this is where I believe he's using wall hacks again, because honestly, this whole scenario just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen unless you had full understanding of the enemy's position. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate to you what I think should happen in this position. So the enemies ran this direction. Look at all the situations over here, high grounds and cover and things like that, where the enemy could go and position himself to heal up and so on. Watch this guy now. He is already in the process of turning around at this moment. Still in the process of turning around. He's not bothered about what's over here. Still turning around. Still turning around. He had no intention of looking down this way. He had no intention of looking in any of the positions where the airplanes, where the enemy could have been keeping cover or healing up. But as you can see here, there's the enemy's gun. And again on the minimap, no enemy showing up whatsoever, no UAV out. And also, let's take into consideration, not once throughout this whole scenario has he checked his heartbeat sensor. Do you know why? Because he hasn't got one. He's got his loadout, and his loadout has flashbangs and grenades. There is no heartbeat sensor involved. He turns the corner, swiftly killing his enemy. And even there you can see, from shooting at that, it automatically locks onto the enemy there. Okay, very minutely, but you can spot it. Let's watch it again in full speed. Okay, so without any hesitation, he doesn't look left or right there. He just literally turns that corner. He knew the enemy was right in that position there. There's just no way to deny that he was using wall hacks in that situation. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know in the comments below. But you think it's all over, and it's not, because what we've got now is just after that situation where he's turned the corner and he's killed that enemy who he shouldn't have known was there, but he did, without doing any checks of his surroundings whatsoever, without anybody being on the minimap or a heartbeat sensor or so on. At this moment, he has just picked up the enemy's heartbeat sensor, okay? Keep that in mind, but watch how he doesn't check his heartbeat sensor as he pushes into this situation. Look at this minimap here. Honestly, look at it. Yeah, no one on it, with this white line showing what direction he needs to push into to get into the safe zone, okay? But no, he decides to push into this building over here for no apparent reason. Why? Let's see. Let's watch why. So he's running in this exact direction now. I mean, come on. If that's not wall hacks, I don't know what is. And it seemed to be aimbot as well. Okay, because as he pops his head round this corner, he aims down sight, and then it flicks. Like, it's locking on. That's literally locking onto that enemy there. Yeah? So as he's gone round that corner, without checking a heartbeat sensor, without anyone being on the minimap, and instantly aims there, and then it locks to that side. I mean, come on. Have I persuaded anyone yet? Is anybody still against me on this? Do you think it's wall hacks? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm wrong. I mean, the guy's movement in the game shows that he is a below par player. He's below average. He's using keyboard and mouse, and it feels like it's his first time using it. When I'm watching this guy play, it actually gives me motion sickness because of how unsmooth his gameplay actually is. It's almost as if he's still learning to use keyboard and mouse. And I'll be honest, I'll hold my hands up, yeah? I am not good with keyboard and mouse, but I think I could do better than this. I honestly think my movement would be a hell of a lot smoother than this guy here. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next point now, and the next point is very, very simple, is that there are certain OBS softwares out there, right, which allow you to stream with wall hacks, and it hides the wall hacks for you. If you go onto the engine owning website and look on the forums where people are trying to find out how to hide the wall hacks from their stream, it will have every single person in the comments saying use XSplit OBS or XSplit Broadcaster. So we're in the forums now on engine owning. This is a hacking software that has been detected by Modern Warfare more times than I've had hot dinners. Okay, so this is one to definitely stay away from. Even if you do decide to cheat and be a scumbag, this one will get you banned. This one will cause you a hardware ID ban and cause you problems for a long time. Ask Wagnificent. Anyway, so we come onto the forums and it says, how do you hide the hack while streaming? Also, does the hack auto renew or expire? So somebody on there is like, use XSplit Broadcaster. If the game is Modern Warfare 19, then XSplit. However, you have to start the cheat or game first. Once cheat is fully loaded, then start XSplit. It goes on to talk about Battlefield with XSplit and so on. But what I'm saying is, XSplit is literally known by majority of the gaming community and streaming community as the OBS software that is used to hide wall hacks. What? XSplit did I say? Yeah? Okay, let's take a look at this then. What would you say that says there? XSplit VCam. So if you're using XSplit as the OBS software and you put a webcam up, it will come up with that logo on it. And there is only one reason to be using this software, and that's if you want to hide something, because it has absolutely zero benefits compared to using OBS Studio or using Streamlabs OBS. Them two OBSs have a lesser memory usage, lesser CPU usage, and they give out better quality footage as well. So if you are streaming to a community, you want to be giving out the best quality footage you can, whilst putting the least amount of strain on your computer. However, XSplit OBS or XSplit Broadcaster, however you want to say it, puts a lot of strain on your PC that is unnecessary when you can use OBS Studio or Streamlabs OBS. There is only one reason to be using this OBS software. Now, he could say, oh, I didn't know there was others, but I'm telling you now, based on his gameplay, based on his game awareness, and also the OBS software he's using, I'm going to say, hands down, I believe he is using wall hacks and AIMBOT. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go over to his page and maybe hit that report button. So as I've mentioned, this guy has only got 15 followers, as we can see here. This is his page on Twitch, and honestly, I'm not going to give him anything other than a report. There will be no follow from me. He has barely any videos, okay? So if you go onto his videos, he's got recent broadcasts, couple of popular clips, all videos, okay? You go onto his broadcasts, and it goes back as far as 13 days ago. 13 days ago, majority of them being Call of Duty Warzone, and majority of them being suspicious as hell. Now, we've seen footage of the guy trying to actually move around the map with keyboard and mouse, and it looks like he's never used it before in his life. So here's what we're going to do now. Nice and simple. Report FL Gaming _TTV in live stream video clip or extra. Give me more options. Next. Cheating in an online game. Next. Hopefully that's enough. We're going to send the report now, and hopefully the guy gets banned. The aim that I'm trying to put across is that I don't want streamers to be cheaters. If he stops cheating and carries on streaming, I'll be happy with that result as well. For somebody to start streaming and only gain 15 followers, which is probably his auntie, his nan, his granddad, next door neighbour, and the neighbour's dog, they're probably who are following him. So he's got a chance now to actually redeem himself, set up a new page, crack on with it, do it the legitimate, real way. If you're entertaining, mate, people might watch it anyway. If you're not, find a new hobby. Thanks for letting us know. Well, there you have it, guys. FL Gaming on Twitch TV is in my opinion, using wall hacks and possibly aimbot as well. I mean, he's only got 15 followers. He's not even really a streamer worth talking about. However, this is about making an example, because what I don't want to have to do is find out that in a year's time, this guy has got 15,000 followers because people believe that he's doing things legitimately and that he's conned people out of thousands and thousands of dollars or pounds. And that's the last thing we want. So if you are watching this, FL, what I'm going to ask you to do is just turn your cheats off and crack on, do things the legitimate way. If you're only doing it as a hobby, maybe just play the game. If you're going to cheat, don't stream. Don't try and financially gain from it. Just do things the right way. It's simple as that. If you've enjoyed the video, guys, hit that thumbs up. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think of the video as well. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications. If you want to support the channel further, hit the blue join button today and become a member of the Triple B fam. Unlock a loyalty badge next to your name, custom emojis to use in the comments, as well as being entered into member-only giveaways. Not just that, we do leak information in the Discord server in the VIP section, which is meant for you, members only. Also, we do the same in the community section on YouTube for members only too. So get involved. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!